Hi, my name is Rasheera Dopson. I'm the founder of Beauty with a Twist brand and the Dopson Foundation, which are both spaces that create spaces of inclusion for women and girls with disabilities. I would definitely say this recent outbreak of COVID-19 has been interesting. I feel like there's so many layers that has really just got me thinking as a person who is currently in school or going to school to pursue my master's in public health. It brought up a lot of questions as far as the really disparaging public health crisis I think a lot of people in our society face. And I remember right before we went into quarantine and things were breaking out, I remember I was running a fever, and as someone who is just a startup entrepreneur and getting a business going, and I do a lot of contracting and freelance work. I currently am self-employed, and so I do not have my own health insurance quite yet. And so when I ran a fever, I got scared and I decided to go to the emergency room because it was really high and it came out of nowhere. And I remember the whole time I kept thinking, this is terrible because what if I have this virus and what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to afford the testing or, go to the doctor to get tested? I just didn't know what to do. And I think that fear is a very real thing that a lot of Americans have, especially those who are unemployed or underemployed and cannot afford the current health insurance on the market. I think it brings out a lot of those questions. And then also, as a person who identifies in having a disability, I'm considered in being a part of a vulnerable population because my immune system is more weaker and it can be compromised at times. And so being a part of a vulnerable population, being an entrepreneur, I felt like I shouldn't have to make decisions when it came to my health over my finances, or finances over health. And then worrying about once I go to the emergency and get home, who's going to pay for that bill, for all the doctors to run all the tests. And, just for a period, I felt a little helpless. And so it's really given me a greater fire and urge to really go into public health and just see how we can make healthcare more accessible to people, people a part of vulnerable populations, people with disabilities, people, homeless people of lower socioeconomic economic status. So I think it's really just giving me insight how to do that. But on the flip side, having this time here at home, quarantining and work for myself, it's just given me a lot of time to reflect and be still. I know a part of this millennial generation, we tend to hustle a lot and go. And I know me, outside of this quarantine, working full time and then doing my business on the side, and then going to school part time, and then all the different other community things I will be involved in. Life seemed pretty hectic and just always going. But this quarantine has definitely slowed me down and allowed me to have moments in prayer and just really stillness, getting back to reading, getting back to the things that I really enjoy doing, getting back to going outside and taking a walk and breathing in the fresh air. Things that you kind of don't take advantage of because you're going. You really don't have time and moments to kind of sit and just be like, oh, it's so pretty outside. But I've really just been enjoying the outside weather, hence the allergy problem. But just really enjoying the outside weather and just really thanking God for just the small things like great weather and the blue sky and the grass and the beautiful flowers that are blooming because it's spring, So those are some of the things that I've been doing, just really preparing myself for the work that does need to be done in the public health field. So when I do go to school, I can remember this time and moment in history where our nation, our world was facing a major health crisis and just the different gray areas that I think can stand to be further addressed and just have more people to think of solutions to bridge that gap. So that's what I've been doing.